100% credit for this video idea and topic goes to the Graph Lounge. Man, there's a whole bunch of slang that comes with the graffiti scene that would make the average Joe scratch their head in confusion and think, what the hell is this dude even saying? But in this video, I'll be sharing with you a bunch of words that graffiti writers use in conversation with other graffiti writers. Obviously, some of you guys will probably know some of these slang words and what they mean. But for the newcomers and people that are generally interested, I hope you enjoy this video. Number 1, whole car. When you hear someone say, damn, I saw a whole car, or I'm about to rock a whole car, it generally means they're talking about a single train carriage that has been completely covered from top to bottom with graffiti. A roll call. A roll call is when a graffiti writer paints a bunch of other graffiti writers' names in a list as a way to shout them out and shows a sign of respect. A roll call is most commonly done when a writer has just finished a piece. They generally put the roll call next to the piece as a way to sign it off. A panel. A panel is another thing to do with trains. Yet if you just do a normal sized graffiti piece on the side of a train that is full color and has taken some time to do, it's called painting a panel. Long story short, the reason why it's called a panel is because it's referring to the panel of the train, a bit of the train. Paint a panel. Paint that panel part of the train. Number 4, red hot. When used in a sentence like damn that spot is red hot, means that it's a very high risk spot to do graffiti. For example, doing tags out the front of a cop shop is considered red hot. It's a high risk spot. Number 5, rack. Rack or racking means to basically steal supplies. For example, oh man, I gotta go rack paint. Rack basically just means steal. Number 6, layup. Layups refer to when trains sit in the same spot on the tracks for a long period of time. Really popular for graffiti writers to wait till the trains were put out of service. This gave graffiti writers well and truly plenty of time to paint the trains. The trains that sit there were called layups, as they are laid up, sitting there, waiting. Number 7, insides. Again, used in a sentence, we did all the insides of that train, which is pretty self-explanatory. It means covering the interior of trains with graffiti. Number 8, getting up. This slang is used very frequently in the graffiti culture. Getting up means you are getting up. That graffiti writer is getting up their work. And I guess I should be using all these words in a sentence to better teach what they all mean. So using this one in a sentence, oh man, that dude has been getting up. I've been seeing his work everywhere lately. Number 9, all city. All city means you're getting your graffiti in every part of your city. Generally an actual city, not just a town. Used in a sentence, that writer is looking to go all city, man. I've been seeing his stuff all over the place. Number 10, benching. Benching is when you sit down near a train track or a train line just to watch the trains roll by in hopes to see graffiti on the side of it. Generally more common to sit down and do the benching when a freight train is rolling by, because graffiti is always on freight trains and is actually really rare to see any type of graffiti on city trains or metro trains these days. Number 11, beef. Beef is a pretty common slang word in general, so most of you probably already know what beef means. But for the people that don't, it's when you are having an altercation with another person. In the graffiti scene, beef can be personal or on walls, or both. And when I say on walls, I mean if one graffiti writer has beef with another graffiti writer, they sometimes will do graffiti over their graffiti. Which brings me to number 12, cap or capping. Capping is when you cross out someone else's graffiti with either a spray painted line or you do your graffiti over their graffiti without completely covering their work. It's basically a clear sign of disrespect. Basically, if another graffiti writer makes it clear that they've gone over another graffiti writer, it is beef. It is capped. It has been capped. Used in a sentence, oh, such and such capped such and such the other day. Number 13, bite. Bite or biting is when you basically copy someone else's graffiti style or name and use it for yourself. Even though graffiti has a bunch of different styles, each graffiti writer has their own little details or little spins they put on their work, because you can see the style in the graffiti. Number 14, black book. Black book is basically just another name for a sketchbook or a book graffiti writers draw in. Number 15, buff. Buff means the removal of graffiti. Used in a sentence, man, they're always buffing that spot. We should hit it again. Number 16, chill spot. Chill spot is referred to a place to paint graffiti with little possibility of getting caught. These low risk places are aka chill spots. They're generally under bridges or in drain systems or even abandoned places, but you can find them in a lot of other places indeed. Number 17, heaven spots. The term heaven spot actually has a double meaning. It means doing graffiti on dangerous locations that may lead to accidents and result in the artist unaliving and therefore going to heaven. The other meaning is, well, that it's a heavenly spot. It's so high up and it's probably the best spot. Number 18, act active. Used in a sentence, damn, that graffiti writer is definitely still active. I thought he quit doing graffiti years ago, but I've slowly been seeing some of his new tags around, so he's definitely active. Number 19, burner. Burner refers to a graffiti piece that is considered very well done. Graffiti writers compliment other graffiti writers in such a way like, damn, that's such a burner, fresh work. Catching tags or catch a tag. Using this in a sentence, oh man, I've been walking around catching tags all night, which basically means the graffiti writer has been painting tags around. Number 21, crew. A crew is pretty self-explanatory, but not to be confused or misunderstood as a gang. A graffiti crew is a collective of graffiti writers who paint together and who paint the same crew name or initials next to their work, or even sometimes doing a crew piece. Number 22, diss. Diss is short for disrespect or disrespecting someone else's work, which reverts back to capping someone's work. Used in a sentence, yeah, I dissed a bunch of his tags the other day because he capped me and dissed me first. 23, whole train. A whole train is more than a whole car, but quite literally painting the entire train. A graffiti piece covering the entire length of a train. 24, writer. A graffiti writer is someone who does graffiti. I mean, come on. 25, wild style. Wild style is a complex graffiti style that uses stylized, hard to read letters. A lot of wild style graffiti pieces out there can only be read by other graffiti writers, and even then, it is sometimes even hard for others to read. 26, toy. A toy is considered a new graffiti writer who lacks style and or knowledge of graffiti. There's heaps of other meanings to toy, but that's the main focal point of toy in the graffiti scene. 27, throw up. A throw up is a quick bubble style outline of a graffiti writer's name. The name throw up is so you can throw it up quickly. 28, shout out / hit up. A hit up is to put another graffiti writer's name up next to your finished piece, or just to tag them up wherever you are. 29, piece. A graffiti painting, short for masterpiece, usually painted with many colors. Number 30, hollow. A hollow is a throw up painted with only the outline and no fill-in. This generally means there's only one color used. Number 31, mission. A graffiti mission is basically referring to essentially making a day or a night out of the graffiti painting plans. Used in a sentence, bro, that was such a sweet mission that day. We did so much graffiti. It's basically a high stakes graffiti trip. 32, king. In basic terms, king in the graffiti scene is legendary or a prolific writer, generally speaking. Graffiti writers may call someone who's been up for years, who has their graffiti everywhere, as a king. Number 33, inactive. A graffiti writer who has temporarily stopped painting. Number 34, a fill-in. A fill-in is the inside color of a piece, throw up, or dub. 35, raid. Getting raided. Raid is an unexpected visit by police or other law enforcement with the aim of using the element of surprise to seize evidence or arrest suspects believed to be likely to hide evidence, resist arrest. And yes, graffiti writers do get raided if they are high on the police's radar, especially in Australia. That might shock some of you guys, but it's actually true. Number 37, Sano. Sano is a name of a graffiti writer infamous for doing graffiti. Most people know him from the internet via videos posted on him doing graffiti, but Sano is also used as a graffiti meme, it seems these days, where many people have made parody videos and memes by using the Sano name in very poor ways like this. 38, Chucky. Mostly used in Australian graffiti slang, chuckies or chuck is another word for graffiti throwies, used in a sentence. I saw that graffiti writers chuckies all over the city the other day. But yeah, there's heaps more slang out there in the graffiti scene worldwide, but most of the ones I just mentioned are some of the common ones. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it to the end, leave a little comment saying, wow, pillowcase. I always appreciate the support. You are all legends. Have a great day and have a good one.